1 2 1 2. What's up, everybody? This is Ibn Webb. This is Quran the Sum. This is another edition of Official Thanks. I'm doing my, Essex County all day segment today. Actually got Essex County royalty coming up on here when we talking about hoops. We talking about passing it down from father to son to youngest son. I actually got the youngest son, Cleon Hill. Actually, my man, we went to school together, play sports or what have you there. I'm going to have him share a story a little bit about who his father is, icon, just legendary, just in the game of basketball in itself, not even only Essex County, beyond that, just some of the, barriers he was able to break through or what have you. And even probably touch on his big brother too, who's actually doing his thing. He's a head coach right now too as well. So, man, it's just a pleasure. Sometimes just take this for granted, just growing up, like people that you're in contact with, or just never just be like, oh, that's the everyday normal, what have you. But when you get on some old head stuff and just look back, like, wow, that was pretty dope. That's pretty ill, in regards to just like, coming in contact with a lot of people who've done magical things in sports, but even outside of sports, just being great people. I think when it's all said and done, obviously sports is pathway to all of that, but we want to make sure folks is just just great human beings, great parents, just great people overall. So looking forward to Cleon jumping on. Like I said, that's my guy. So we're gonna get to it in a few minutes. Just hold tight. And like I said, we're just gonna lay into it. What's up, man? Can you hear me?
I got you, Mr. Webb.
We good, man. How you?
It's going all right, man. I got a day off from work today, no?
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
Nah, cool, man. Glad you got a few minutes for me, man. Like I said, when we connected, all right, I reached out, man. Like I said, I was just doing, I don't know, this little show experiment, whatever you want to call it, man. I just call it official thanks, man. It's just one of those things here, like just paying homage to those I ran with, those before me, those after me, family members, everything. And I just had a little section, a little thing that I just called it my Essex County all day segment here. Like, I just love this Essex County shit, this Jersey stuff, man. And, just people that, like I said, I just had the privilege to know and just, what have you there, man. Like I said, you like royalty, man. And I just, and it's just been a pleasure, again, just to obviously get to know you, what have you. But again, I just was like, just share like who you are, your family members, man, and what folks have done in this game of basketball, if you don't mind. I see you got the nice little sweatshirt that I'm gonna have to get.
Yeah. Winston-Salem joint.
Absolutely.
Well, absolutely. Coming from last name Hill, my father played, Essex County, like we did, went to Southside, Shabazz now. My brother played ball, but we kind of, got brought up for my father's name, playing, learning, even though I didn't learn a lot until I played for him at Essex County College. But
I'm gonna back up, man. I know you being modest, man. May your father rest in peace, Mr. Cleo Hill Sr., correct?
Yes, sir.
And your big brother, Mr. Cleo Hill Jr., is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, just want making sure we got throw those names out there, man. It's like I said, this is a pleasure. This is an honor to obviously with everything here. But go ahead. I know you're talking about playing with your father at Essex County College.
No, I learned a lot. Coming up, he kind of let me do my own thing. But once I got down there, that's when the teaching began. That's when I really learned about the game.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. It did. Even to back up a little bit, I know before we even get over to the county college or what have you there, man. Like, obviously, were you born with a rock in your hand?
I don't know. I watched a lot of basketball growing up, though.
Okay. So when did you just start getting the joy and love and wanting to just play like organized wise?
Well, my first team I ever played for was St. Paul's Baptist Church, Montclair, and at that age, we run around with the ball. We didn't know anything, but that's when I first learned the game. Organized basketball. St. Paul's Baptist Church. Bingo.
Yeah. Now you started there when? What grade?
About sixth grade. About 6.
Okay. because I know connecting with you up in middle school, what have you. I don't know if that was seventh or eighth grade or both years. It's starting to be a
Yeah,
blur. But I just remember
yeah,
joining you and a bunch of other the guys here, man. Told you that crazy walk from Orange Middle down to my crib in Dodtown. Then from Dodtown, we just walk up to Glenfield,
Glenn,
Glenfield School in Montclair like it was nothing. And I don't want to
yeah,
sound like no the grumpy old uncle, like, oh, these kids don't know what it is. But I mean, man, we didn't even care, man. Those walks seemed like forever, but they weren't. Just like wilding out, bugging, doing whatever on the way up there. Maybe find
yeah,
somebody had a couple of dollars, man. We go get some candy or whatever the case may be. Once in a while, we lucked out and we was able to maneuver some bus tickets to get on the transit to get up there, at least halfway up there. So
yeah,
those fond memories I have.
yeah, yeah. Those are the good old days, man. Connecting with a lot of Montclair guys. I felt like I was from Montclair for a second. I
Yeah,
went I went to Nishawayne and playing with all these Montclair guys. I still talk to a couple of them now. Still.
absolutely, man. And like I mentioned to you before, like I went to obviously going to Nishawayne and from kindergarten straight to second grade. And I know your
Hmm.
mom was. I didn't have your mom as my teacher. I wound up going to Watchung up
Yeah,
until fifth grade before the carpet got pulled on some like
yeah,
address shit. Yeah, but it was cool though. I mean, everything worked out the way it was supposed to, man. But nah, but with St. Paul's and then from St. Paul's, what you wound up doing? Did you do? Oh, we missing something. No, we missing Mr. Miles in them, like little lad, right?
yeah. Hey man, little legs, youth games, small fry. It was a lot of
Yeah,
basketball.
yeah. And I think it was just kind of like even to leave Orange, Essex County, what have you, just be surprised. I mean, we all had that privilege to see what sports took us as far as traveling wise to see the world or what have you, man. But
Yeah,
even like Little Lads was cool. It was always an adventure that March, April, that spring, and everybody trying to make the team and who going to do
go
what.
down Trenton.
What's that?
Go down Trenton.
Down Trenton, yeah, yeah. And they had like the ill like setup with you starters play like the first half, or I don't know, something. Then you had a whole new
Yeah,
five, the third quarter, and whoever played the fourth quarter. Yeah. And it was cool, man. I think too they had the little 3 points and like shootouts and all this other stuff
yeah,
too. Like that they
yeah,
tried to make it fun. And you remember, and you think about it, man, all those boys that the New York boys coming through, man. We like seen them all from Felipe to Steph to all of
yeah,
them. And we never paid
yeah,
them no mind. We just figured, hey, they from New York, let's rock.
yeah. Let's rock.
Yeah, like I said, it's just like looking back, like yeah, like we seen all those guys come through. I know Gauchos was the big thing. I
Yeah,
forget
Rivers.
the other teams.
Yeah,
Nah, then from there, obviously we get the orange high, man. Like, and I know just having to fill your brother's shoes as far as just walking up in there. So, just how was that like, released from the door, like freshman year, or what have you?
my freshman year, I played freshman in low JV. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that next year I started varsity
Mm-hmm.
and went from there. I mean, by the time it was my senior year, it was like our year. It was our time. We got to the state championship game, lost, but right before my senior years when I first started playing AAU. With Sandy, the Road Runners, and like you said, I played against Felipe as a as a
Nah, you good,
I
man.
was,
Your sexy still there. You
yeah,
good, man. You all right.
yeah. I played against Felipe as my junior year. I played against Stephon Marbury. I got my biggest trophy against Stephon Marbury. Playing at St. Peter's AAU against him.
Yeah.
But it was that AAU is very important. You played against talent. You come back to Essex County. It was a little easy.
Yeah, yeah, and I think I didn't even never knew you played for the Road Runners. I mean, I never knew that.
Yeah,
I did the Rams thing, only did it like, was it like 13, 14, 15 years old, and I kind of faded off. I was like, yeah, I know the separation, you know what I mean? Let me just
yeah,
slide off. But yeah, so you play with Sandy, so that's like an all-star team in itself.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Wally played a little bit. Eric Cotton, Parsippany Hills.
All right,
A lot of
mhm.
St. Pat's guys, and it's a learning experience.
Totally, totally. And that's when it wasn't watered down. Now you look at it now, everybody got
Yeah,
a team. I think even Romeo Pizza from over high school, I think he got a squad.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Everybody
he got
got
us.
Everybody got a team now. Before it was just like the Road Runners was North Rams, and I'm forgetting somebody else that was kind of like the pretty much the go-tos. But now it's just like AAU, it's just all over. It's such a business, man. It's crazy.
It is. It is. It is. Yeah.
So you had
I
that.
think
Go ahead.
say it again.
No, no, I thought you was about to say something.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, so I know you get there. Then, so you play Road Runners going into your senior year or junior
Yeah,
senior? But
going into my senior.
that had to help a lot, man. And plus, you guys are stacked even
Yeah,
to get going anyway. Here, to your point, I know was you at the two. I know Tariq was the point.
yeah, yeah. I
You,
was at the two. Uh, Larry's at the three. Max at the four. Duval Simmons at the five.
yeah, and then did Rara play that year, or he just came on the next year?
The next year,
The next year, then you had Skip too, right?
Skip played with
The
us
bench.
also. Yeah, Tara Willis bench. Yeah.
Terrell didn't start. I didn't even know he didn't. Okay.
Uh, let me see. It was back and forth between him and Duval. Duval was very young back then, but he's a piece and everything.
Absolutely, absolutely. Then that year, y'all make before we even get to the States, let's talk about just playing in them county tournaments, man. I know it just had to be like electric just to be. How far did you guys get?
Didn't go far in the counts. Didn't go far. I mean,
Okay.
I think we went to like the Elite Eight. Lost to St. Bennett, Elijah Ingram.
Oh, Elijah, okay. You lost to them, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned, because I know our year, we graduated, I know it was them Irvington boys. I know it was them Irvington boys
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They
in
were
Seton Hall. In Seton Hall.
Seton Hall,
Now,
definitely.
and I know I think that year, I mean, again, I don't know, I'm not great with stats, but I always remember, like I said, just keeping an eye on you, man. And I know, like, you exploded. I know one night for about 44, 45 points. I was kind of hot. It was
Uh,
how many?
yeah, we're trying to keep you. We're trying to outscore each other.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, damn, I ain't get that 40 piece. I knocked on the door a few times from like a few 38s, 39s, and I saw that 44. I'm like, man, I gotta try to get that 50 on them. But
Yeah,
it didn't happen, but I definitely
nah,
kept an eye on that one.
yeah,
Definitely.
that was cool. 44 points. Actually, the school record was I think 51 by Rob Cole, and I didn't know at the time, but they stopped the game. Somebody broke their leg with 2 minutes left in the game. They stopped the game, but
And Coach Thompson wasn't gonna let you. He was gonna let you get it. You think? In hindsight,
I don't know. I didn't even know. I didn't even know what the record was. So
okay,
you know,
okay, yeah, and I know it just from the orange teams, man. I know I had what you call it, I had Coach Tynes on here too not too
oh,
long ago. Yeah, yeah, I was able to talk to him for a little bit. So obviously Orange legend in himself right there. And I know and I just remember those Orange teams. Think about even in middle school, man. I told you my thing was just seeing the Orange Scott games. I couldn't even get into them, man. You ain't get up in there by like 2:30 right after school. You was stuck.
nah,
Yeah.
those packed.
Yeah, yeah, and I think those are days like Bragg was there.
Right.
Yeah, and Orange. It was like Grant, Mike Boyd, and I remember telling you one time too. That was like my thing with the Air Force Ones and the Deltas. Mike used to rock the orange and one black one. Yeah, I just used to try to steal his swag whenever I could. I used to just love that.
Yeah, nobody had that style. Nobody. They just making that style up now. They making sneakers like that, but
Yeah.
that was back in like '88.
And that team was tough, man. That team. I think they only lost like one game or something. I think.
Yeah, yeah. They won the states. I'm not sure about the Orange Scott game, but
Yeah,
they
I
lost
think
the
they lost
championship.
to Shabazz. They lost to
Yeah,
Shabazz in the county.
yeah.
That's where they had Big Boy. I think it might have been like Ed Foster, one of them big boys down there.
Nah, they had. Oh no,
Oh,
nah.
it wasn't him. It might have been him. I don't think it was Eric. Eric came a little late, like a year or two later. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Even I think Even was down there.
Yeah, it was somebody. Yeah, they always had somebody, but I remember they lost to them. No, I
Yeah,
just remember
yeah.
that being in middle school. But yeah, man, I know. Just going back to you guys making that run, and I remember doing one of the sectional games or something. You guys played up in Bloomfield. I happened to go check you guys out, man. I just got on the tear, man, and I know You mentioned Eric. He played on, yeah, it's like Parsippany Hills or somebody. I played that game, right? I think you froze on me. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I think that sectional game out in Bloomfield, that state game, I think y'all played Parsippany Hills that game, right?
Yeah. I was Tiffany and Eric Cotton. You know, we're
I
pretty
remember
close.
him.
We play A actually that next summer is when who's that the next summer? Well, we play AAU. He also played with the Road Runners, you know?
Yeah, and I know like y'all got on a good run at a good time. And like
Yeah.
I know that was the game too, the old unrest and the what the hell to think of it when they just boost Tariq up to throw one down too.
Terrell, you know, they grew up together, Colgate Park.
Yeah,
You know, they
Kobe.
practiced it a little bit, but
He took two
he,
steps. It was legal, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So now, and like you said, y'all went down and who you remember who y'all lost to when down at Rutgers?
Yeah, we lost to Ewing, South Jersey.
Not to you. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, lost to
Yeah.
Ewing.
Was it a close game or they just took it to y'all?
Nah, it was pretty close. You know, they got they got
Okay.
it was close.
All right. And then I know even with that, then all the accolades and all that stuff come out after the season, man. I believe you yeah, I told you it was floating around. I know you made second team
Yeah,
all county that year. I think you
yeah,
might have got robbed. I think you somehow should have popped up on that first team, but it's like, damn,
yeah.
who comes off of it?
You're
You know,
right. Right
like,
about it. It was
it
tough
was
first
tough.
time.
Yeah, it's like who comes off? Does Strick come off? I mean, it's like who comes off?
Yeah, yeah. Nah. They all deserve to be there, man. You know?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So you still there? Yeah, okay. And then
Yeah.
obviously from there, I know you talked about going to Essex County College playing for your dad. Like you were you happy you played for him later on or you wished you played for him like earlier in your life?
Well, he was a college coach, so you know, what I mean, you know, going to college, I was unsure where I wanted to go, and you know, actually, Sandy, from you know, my coach, my road runners coach, was the first one to say, you know, you ever think about playing for your dad? And I didn't think about it, but going there, it was an experience. You know what I mean? Like, not only did he teach like his star players, he taught everybody, he gave everybody a chance. He tried to show everybody how to play, you know, smart, you
Mhm.
know, he demonstrated, and it was unbelievable, you know. Like I never, you know, he growing up, he was more of a dad, you know. So
Yeah.
playing like, you know, who is this guy? You know, why does he know so much?
Hmm.
So, you know, I saw what he did to, you know, players before me. And, you know, he really taught people the game. You know, he taught you how to score, you know. He was a scorer himself. So taught me a lot. You know, it was different though. As a dad, you know, on the court,
Night and day.
it was no father-son thing on the court, man. It was a coach, player.
Now how was your mom's with all that? She ain't put him in the doghouse and barking at her
Nah,
baby, did she?
nah. It was all love, man.
Yeah. Because now your father, he actually one of the first blacks in the NBA, correct?
Yeah, he's one of the first blacks in the NBA. The first, especially from a historically black college.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
he was the
And then how long did he stay in the league?
he only played 1 year, you know. He was blackballed out the league. You know, it was a lot of talk, and you know, I mean, if my father passed about 5 years ago, about 10 years ago, he asked me, "Did somebody talk to me?" And I'm like, "Nah, nobody talked to me." So he brought me downstairs, and it was Jerry West on the phone, you know, calling one to talk to him. Like,
Wow.
I think his first game, he scored about 26 on Jerry West. You know, the logo.
Yeah, the logo. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. And you got to talk to him, Mr. West, or
Yeah, he called him back and they talked. You know, I came downstairs for a second, but you know, they talked and some of this stuff is still hard to believe, you know?
right? And then even with the whole blackball thing, was it just because of him being a black player and being so good? And
Well, they said he was, you know, in Atlanta, the South, and they
Mhm.
weren't ready for change, and you know, he's scoring too many points as a rookie. So
Finding everything.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then with that, because they had the documentary, what is it? Is it Black Magic or was
Black Magic, ESPN, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, and I think and then from there he just went on to coach.
Uh, he went on to coaching, but he became a teacher. You know,
Mhm.
first principal was Joe Clark.
Okay.
That was his first principal, and then he got into coaching, and he mentored a lot of guys from the Essex County area.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting. You mentioned that with Coach talking to Coach Tynes here, said he was the best player he's seen in Essex County, man.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say.
But, yeah, he said, I mean, he was a little young, but he's like, yeah, best player Essex County ever.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
and I think so. Even going back to play for, how'd you guys do? Did you stay 2 years at Essex County, or?
he was Essex County, and we won a conference both years. And the one year we were hosting the tournament. We lost the first game to who was it? Hagerstown from Maryland. If
Okay,
we would have won that game, we had to go up against Steve Francis,
like
and
Allegheny or something like that, right?
yeah, and Dennis Lemon. That was the backcourt I
Levi.
would have.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a mean backcourt, huh?
main backcourt. I don't know.
Woo! Yeah, yeah. Now, did Chris Hammond play 1 year with you guys at
Chris,
Essex County? Chris Hammond, he came from Benedict's. I think he was at Benedict's. Chris
not
might
sure.
have been, he might have been a couple of years younger. Oh, now I
Yeah, he might.
know. And then from there, what did you wind up doing from Essex County?
I went back to where I started, St. Paul's College. I started with St. Paul's Church and ended at St. Paul's College.
That's what, Virginia?
Yeah, Virginia, Black College, CIAA.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you like it down there?
Ah, Black College, a lot going on down
Like,
there.
yeah, we keep it PG. Yeah.
Yeah, I almost forgot about basketball for a second. But
Yeah.
it was good. The top team was between Norfolk State and Virginia Union. Virginia Union, of course, Ben Wallace went there. I played against him for
Mm-hmm.
2 years. Corey Williams, he's from Elizabeth. He was at Norfolk State, but
Remember that name?
yeah. CIAA was, I wish I could go back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, go back.
Now,
But go ahead.
now you stayed down there. How long did you finish? Next couple of years there, or?
2 years, yeah. 2 years. It's painful leaving, man. Painful giving basketball up, but it was over after that.
Yeah. Now you really didn't give it up because then you went and got into coaching. I know it's a different.
I did, yeah. I did get into coaching. I loved it. The kids. Some of them, thrived. The two-sport guys. Corey Williams, Jason Alford. They played football at Penn State, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
It was an experience. Giving back to my community. My high school. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun.
Absolutely. Now, do you see yourself going back to coaching, or are you good?
Nah, yeah, I'm good, man. I'm
Good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
This kid.
you don't mind me bringing up your daughter, do you?
No.
Now, did she get the Hill gene, or you kind of let her just be herself?
Yeah, she had the Hill gene, but she moved to PA, and
Okay.
she's I think what she did play basketball, but nah, she's a senior in high school. She's enjoying herself.
Nah, that's good stuff, man. I know, like, it's having a 6-year-old. I'm cool, man. Whatever she want to do, we gonna roll with it. Ain't no pressure or anything here. And I know I'm kind of being a little crazy when I say this. I was just like, I was glad I didn't have a boy. I know ultimately it was kind of, as a guy, when you first hear you about to be a father, at least for me, it's like, all right, get that boy. When I found out she was a girl and she arrived, man, I'm so happy, man. Because
Yeah,
I say to myself, like, if it was a boy, like, expectations would be through the roof. If he didn't do a couple of things I
yeah,
like to do, I might have had to snatch some of that life savings and life insurance or something, toss it to somebody else.
yeah. What you saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But girls are great, man. Girls are great. They bring out, that other side of you, man. I know you probably dealt with. I'm on the floor on a Friday night with Barbies, man.
yeah.
They bring
Having
out
a girl,
yeah.
does something different to you. Like you said, having a boy, you hope for the boy, but guys, some guys like us, we don't need to have boys.
Yeah, no, I didn't need when it was all said and done, I need to have one. So and I'm great with the one. And like I said, she's 6. I know I waited on later on to get her, but like I said, it's been great. You
Yeah,
know, and I know us just growing in Orange, man. We have a few people in our era like that slipped through the cracks, man. Then become a tornado.
yeah,
Yeah, Kev. I know you, Big John. You want to go on that Irvington boys. He was down there
yeah,
for them. We got a
yeah.
few people that slipped through the cracks.
My man, Donald Carey,
Donald, that's right. Donald. I
okay,
remember him.
Omar Cooper.
I remember O. Everybody I've spoken to on here, O's name that came up, man. Yeah, O's name that came up.
I wonder what would have happened. And let's not forget yourself.
Man, that team out of nicely. I've been cool coming off the bench. Football would have been an issue because, again, I don't know. I think, honestly, I would have just played defense, man. Anthony do his thing. I know, because Tim, he's found his big brother, man. And rest in peace, man. I know he's found his big brother. His big brother was the quarterback when he got there. So I would have had no problem. Just put me in Stan, Rome in the middle, just, lock his shit up, man. I'd have been totally cool with that.
I mean, my man Kevin Harris, he's all
Kev
county
too.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like where we are go, man. I don't know, because obviously, Terrell. Then I know receivers was like Jason. Jason was a receiver over Johnson. I remember.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I guess it would have been a good problem. It would have been a good problem.
Would have been a good problem. You're right about that.
But like you said, it did basketball. Like I said, I'd have just gladly just played my role and watch you guys just get off, man. I totally would have been happy with that, man.
Yeah.
But Orange is obviously, it's been a lot for me growing up there my entire life, man, and being able to expand and go cross town to meet you guys, and then being forgetting about playing in them project leagues, whether it's Mechanic or Wilson Street, Wilson Place, playing in those project leagues in the summertime.
I think I brought my 5 down to see your 5 at Canterbury Park.
No, I got something for you. I was getting to that, man. I know I was getting to that, man. I definitely was getting to that. But speaking of that 5, so this is how I want to frame it, man, and hopefully I'll throw you off. So if you had remember Riverside Church, they was also a big squad in New York. So Riverside come down to Central Playground right on Central Ave. What Orange High School greats you got playing against them? Who you got at the point?
When I played?
No, all time. If you got Riverside Church coming down, you got Riverside Church coming down. They playing, like I said, Central Playground. Who you bring? Who's your starting 5 against?
New York guys, they normally have all guards, so I'm gonna go with all guards.
Okay, who we got?
I'm gonna go with Mike Boyd.
You got Mike. Okay.
We got Rob Cole.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna go with Chinatown Times, Greg Tynes, Eddie Butler. And I'm gonna go with my brother Cleo Hill.
Fourth, I didn't catch the 4th one.
Mike Boyd.
You have Mike, you had Rob Cole, you had Greg Tynes, you had your brother. Who was the other person?
Ed Butler.
Ed Butler.
Go with Ed Butler.
Let me get somebody out of your you about to be in somebody's doghouse. So let me get who'll be a 6th man.
Man, I would go with Reg Miller.
Reggie, all right. Now Reg is tough. Man.
Yeah. He played my brother,
Mm-hmm.
And, Greg Tynes and Ed Butler, they also were in the same backcourt. So,
You pretty much gone with all guards now, because Reg was more a 2. Was he more?
Reg like 3-4. Played 4.
So does that squad beat Riverside?
Yeah, they beat them.
They beat them. Yeah,
they beat them.
That's a mean fight. And obviously we leave it out some people too.
Yeah, we leave. You're always gonna leave somebody out, but
but that's your. Now even with your brother, now he's coaching down at Winston-Salem, right?
Yeah, he's coaching at once. They won it last year. Mm-hmm. Stephen A. Smith went to Winston-Salem. He big Winston-Salem Rams up on ESPN. Earl Monroe. They got a nice fan base down there.
Now, how they doing this year with everything
But
going on?
they canceled the season. They canceled the season this year.
Okay.
I think they would have won it though. I think they would have went back to back.
Okay. How's your brother holding up with the cancellations? Kind of keeping an eye on his
I mean,
players and
yeah, he still got his
yeah.
players. He didn't lose too many. He might have a couple new ones coming in, but they got a good team. I think they would have really won it back to back this year.
Now, do they get an extra year eligibility like the NCAA?
Yeah, they get extra year. They get extra year.
No, that's good stuff, man. I remember
Yeah.
last time we talked too that Earl Monroe team down there. I told you Farouk's dad was on there.
I gotta get with Farouk, man. I still can't believe that, man. Every time I seen him, he was
Yeah,
always the
I gotta
hell.
send you. He texted me. He texted me that order that the that article that came out. I think it was not too long ago about them celebrating that first national chip. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I came on ESPN a couple days ago. I saw some of the preview of it. It was nice, man.
yeah. So now his pops is on that team, man. And like I said, you just never know. And
I
like,
did,
yeah,
man.
you just never know. And I remember he said he played with Pearl. His pops played with Pearl, and pops was just always just cool, laid back,
Yeah,
getting his tennis on. You mean you just never
that,
know.
yeah, man. It's
Yeah,
unbelievable. I gotta talk to Farouk. I gotta say so. I gotta find his dad. That's unbelievable, man.
yeah. Absolutely, man. And I know, and honestly, man, and then like I said, when it's all said and done, Cleon, man, like I appreciate you taking time out, but more importantly, just appreciate us staying in communication, man. I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
obviously just throughout the years, I know the linkage even now with my mom working where you working at, but even before that, man, just
yeah,
you taking me, in as one of your hoopers or boys, and we playing
yeah,
ball and just hanging out, laughing, or was it whether it was girls getting, teasing each other about girls or whatever the case is in middle school. Like I appreciate it. Like I told you, for me to remember even your career high, like I said, 30 something years later,
yeah,
obviously it meant something to me. One, like I told you, I ain't get it. But even outside, it was my man that dropped that 40 plus piece on whoever. But
yeah,
outside of that, man, I appreciate just watching you play, man. That like one of the sweetest strokes, jump shots I've seen, man. And
yeah,
just that lineage that you have, man. Like I said, you come from basketball royalty, and I know being a baby, probably had its pluses and minuses, man. But it sounds
mm-hmm.
like I said, may your pops rest in peace, man. It's just great. Like to your point, one of the most important things you said, just us talking today, man. He just wanted to be your father, man. He ain't tried
Yeah,
to be anything else to you. It was time for him to coach you later on in college, man. And I
yeah,
think there's nothing more. And I'm sure, like, the lessons you've taken from him and even Mrs. Hill, like, even with your daughter and just kind of how you maneuver through life here, man. But definitely, man, like, you just being officially you, help it become officially me, man. And
yeah,
honestly, I mean, I really appreciate it. Do you just take a time out, just shooting the breeze and just catching up, man. And like I said, one of my favorites, like I said, throughout this whole Essex County thing, man. It's like they say that what's that whole 60-degree separation. But I think with folks around here, whether it's Orange, North, even the suburban towns, man, it's like a 2-degree separation, man. Somebody knows somebody. It's a story to tell somewhere, no matter what sport it is, man. So,
yeah,
Cleon, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
yeah. It was
Can you still shoot? You still throw?
like, every now and again, man. I leave that ball alone, man. I train a couple kids, so I do shoot a little bit, but
Okay. Okay. Yeah, nah. About to say you train this, I'm sure you still got a little J. You can still throw it down with a
not throwing that down.
if you warm up. Yeah.
Nah,
Nah, man. Like I said, Cleon, man, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, just taking time out your day to connect with me, man. Like I said, I'm really, like I said, humbled and appreciative of it, man. And appreciative of you, man. Thank you. Thank
all
you.
right, yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
Nah. We'll talk, dog.
Okay,
All right, no doubt. Peace.
all right.
Yeah. Like I said, my man Cleon, man, like I said, he come from basketball royalty. Himself, his brother, his father, just great family when it's all said and done. He even left out, the street named after him. Ironically, my sister lived on that street in Orange. So, like I said, a lot of dots get connected and just a lot of people, man, just in and out of our lives, man. And like I said, he's been definitely an influence and just someone I'm very proud of to call somebody that I know, man, a friend or what have you too, man. So, with that being said, I'm gonna slide on out on this one here. So, put my hand over my heart. That means I feel you. I'm still working on that lotion game though. But till next time, that's what it is. All right.